Well, estate planning isn't just about having a will. It's about making sure your family is protected when life takes an unexpected turn. Estate planning attorney Michelle Ogata shares some of the biggest mistakes people make and how to avoid them in today's Living Akamai.
We're always happy to have Michelle Ogata, Principal Attorney of Estate Planning Partners Hawaii, joining us. And today she's here to discuss a few common pitfalls to avoid when planning your estate. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Kay.
So, we've talked about the importance of estate planning and the different options when planning, but what are some of the common pitfalls you see and how can people avoid them?
One of the biggest misconceptions is that having a will means your estate plan is complete. A will is an important document, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. A will directs how your assets should be distributed after you're gone, but it generally must go through probate, which is a court-supervised process that can take months and sometimes longer depending on the circumstances, and thousands in attorney's fees. An effective estate plan often includes other tools such as a revocable living trust, power of attorney for financial matters, and healthcare directives. These documents can help manage your affairs if you become incapacitated, not just after you pass away. The key takeaway is simple. Don't confuse having a will with having a comprehensive estate plan.
In all of those documents you mentioned, there are people we name to handle financial or medical decisions for us when we're unable to. How do we know if we chose the right person?
One question you may ask yourself is, did you choose these people because they're the most qualified, or simply because they're the oldest child, or your spouse, or someone you felt obligated to name? Estate planning isn't just about documents. It's about choosing the right people. Trustees, personal representatives, financial agents, and healthcare agents need to be trustworthy. They need to be organized, responsible, and capable of making decisions under pressure. Also, people need to understand that serving in these roles is a lot of work. It's no fun, and it's often a thankless job. Sometimes the best choice is a family member. Sometimes it's a trusted friend. In other situations, a professional fiduciary may be the best option. When selecting someone, I'd recommend you ask yourself, will they follow my wishes? Can they communicate well with the rest of the family? Can they handle conflict if it arises? Do they have the time and ability to serve? Choosing the right people today can save your family a great deal of stress later.
Gosh, that makes a lot of sense. Of all the common mistakes you see, what would be on the top of that list?
Perhaps the biggest mistake is simply procrastination. Many people believe they're too young, too healthy, or don't own enough assets to need an estate plan. Unfortunately, life doesn't always follow our schedule, and sadly, I think we all know someone who's left us before their time. Estate planning isn't only about what happens after you're gone, it's also about planning for the unexpected. If you're unable to make financial or medical decisions because of an illness or an accident, who will step in? Honestly, the best time to create an estate plan is before you need one. These are just a few of the common pitfalls we see, and at our seminar on August 15th, we will walk through several more.
I'm just glad you came today to share a little bit more.
Well, thank you for having me.
If you'd like to talk with Michelle Ogata or interested in attending our upcoming event, give us a call at 808-725-2000 or visit our website at livingakamai.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Engel and Vogers Honolulu is here to help you live Akamai.
Great information. Check out our website or theirs, livingakamai.com. I got asked about this, about seminars. Super important and really good information.
There you go.